Så han jobba på bilen eller noe sånt nå. Og så skulle han reise seg opp, så hørte jeg bare sånn knekk i tåa. Ja. Hvor skal du i dag, da? Å ja. Koselig der, da. Nå er det hvor i Fettsund da, eller var det innbruddsalarm? Å ja. Har du gjort det før? Hei. Nei. Jeg har bytta en glassikring på en sånn bare, men ikke noe mer. Jeg skal tilbake til Gjerdrundsvei 10 i dag, ta kontroll på den delen jeg ikke kom inn på sist. Ja. 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 Nei, det spørs da, fordi jeg fikk jo ikke tilgang til det noen av... Hva sa du? Den er god. Ha det.
Synchronizing, yeah. Trying to synchronize it with the watch. The second, like, yeah.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check.
10.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really wish the audience could see Chris's selling face that he does when he doesn't do a very good roll.
We are recording this on
I know. We should use this clip. That's because he is begging.
Whenever it tells, you can use it as a reaction gift. Whenever someone tells you something you don't like, but you're trying to act positive about it. Yeah, so the fork lines up with the energy of the Feywild. So, Mateed, you can add Tuning Fork of Banishment to your inventory.
Oh.
Ooh.
The fork is now attuned to the Feywild. It now contains one charge of the Banishment spell and can transport one creature to the Feywild for 1 minute. If that minute is uninterrupted, the creature stays there. Otherwise, they return.
I had a question. You're saying Feywild,
The
right?
fuck?
You know, if you have an
I
Australian
hate this
accent,
system with the
wild,
car
and
turning
it's
off
like
the
world.
engine.
Is that's what's happening?
Feywild. Feywild.
Like out of wild.
Yeah. It's going to sound weird.
We're upsetting our entire Australian audience. Hey, Jack, are you evil? Just yes or no?
No.
No. He said no.
No.
I'm happy to say that this completes your training, Mateed.
Jack bows deeply to Mateed and then begins reaching out with their hand towards Mateed's head once more.
May I?
Oui. Jack presses their finger into the center of your forehead again, but this time a cool blue flame ignites from his fingertips, and you feel a surge of energy rush throughout your body.
Though your growth as a monk will continue far beyond from today, you have reached a milestone in your training. In this, you are forever connected to the plane of Australia.
You can add a feat now to your character sheet called Plane Touched.
Plane.
Yeah, oh, just Mateed.
That's what happens.
Yeah,
when
just
you,
for their
Plane, yeah,
I
plane touch.
gotta chip it. This is a special touch, not just a plain touch.
Oh my
I'll
God.
pat you on the back. Oh, thank you, Barney, for this special touch. What is it? What's the feat called?
Plane Touched. Plane touched.
All right, adding it to my character.
No, not you.
What is it, John? While you're at it, you can have blade touched.
So, Plane Touched, you gain proficiency on perception checks, and you regain the Astral Leap spell. Once you cast the spell, you can't cast it again until you finish a long rest. And Astral Leap is you roll a d20 at the end of your turns for the duration of the spell. On a roll of 11 or higher, you vanish from your current plane of existence and appear in the Australian plane.
Once you arrive, you must defeat the 3 Higgs of the Coven, but I would advise splitting them up. You can use your tuning fork to banish one of the Higgs to the Feywild. This will grant you time to subdue the remaining Higgs while they are less powerful. If I could have one private word with Mateed before you all depart.
So many words.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
The doctor's taking. He's in the same room.
Do you want us to leave?
Yeah, but I'll pretend.
Why weren't you your headphones
We
off?
all took their headphones off, but we're in the same room together.
I'll get private conversation now.
She's just listening.
Proceed!
You want to do this real roleplay? You want to leave? Or do you want to stay?
What do you think? Should we leave?
I'm asking.
Yeah, why don't you leave?
Okay, Barb's leaving. Now it's just the John show. It's the John and Gus show.
Hey, welcome to the Old Man Podcast.
Yeah.
It's John and Gus in the morning.
What part of your body hurts today?
Right now it's my right thigh. I don't know why.
Neck is killing me.
Mateed, I don't know what you remember from your past, but I can see that you are connected with your compatriots in more ways than one. You have wisdom from a past life that you can pass on to your friends, and I believe your friendships will blossom all the more because of it. Barney might benefit from your experience in the afterlife, especially during this time of transition for him. And Chip, in his own crisis, with his wife and their intertwined reputations as assassins, you and I both know you have experience in at least one of those areas. As for Elga, I fear she will experience her own harrowing experience soon, and she will need a friend like you to walk her through it.
I agree with you completely. They need me so badly.
They absolutely
They
do.
would be just scattered without me. Agreed so much. It's so wonderful to talk with someone who agrees so much with me.
If you should ever need wisdom or listening ear, I am but an astral leap away here at the temple.
Oh.
Which reminds me,
Jack begins gesturing and moving as if in a small dance. And outward between his legs saunters a kitten, a small, ghostly gray kitten.
he's that little kitty. This is Jacques Jr., or JJ for short, if you so desire. He's a familiar that I've summoned to look after you in my absence.
I think it's Jaja actually would be able to be in French because I think Ja is the pronunciation of J. So Jaja.
You can add a cat to your character sheet if you want.
He's so cute. I love him so much.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone back in.
Okay.
Why are you crying?
What happened?
There's no crying in D&D.
I learned how each of you are going to perish.
We're going to Paris?
Farewell, my friends. I wish you good fate and fortune on your quest, and I pray we will see each other again someday.
You said there was a word. Which say the word.
Just say the word.
I have a question. What's the word?
It's a phrase.
Word is the word, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
Jack, what's the word?
Do you get the long rest before we go?
I have a question.
I could get Mateed, just gather them all up in Mateed's wings and say we're ready.
I have a question.
No long rest yet. What's your question?
Why can't Mitzi remember how Mitzi died?
I like how he's like, all right, bye, and then he's like, here's the
Just have
huge
an
lower question.
existential conversation about mortality and thoughts.
There are things that are difficult in moving between different planes of existence.
You know, when you travel and your baggage sometimes doesn't come with you.
Exactly. Sometimes you might find it later. Maybe it was redirected somewhere else.
Maybe it's in Phoenix, Arizona, who knows?
You forget that in the bag.
It's different for everybody.
Do you know?
Do I know?
Yeah.
During my time we were together.
Okay. So what's the word we gotta say? Do we want to come up with like, go on, Jack?
I don't think there is one.
No, there is.
What is the word? What Jack say?
The word is Phoenix.
No one say Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That's a whirlwind.
Jack pulls out a sky top from his robes.
Hallo? Hallo? Ja, nå hører jeg det. Ja. Ja. Vil den ikke? Gæren, han. Ja. 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 Ah. Ah. Ja. Ja, nei, jeg sa det til ham, du må ta med ro med foten da, men nei. Ja, ja, ja. Ja, ja. Ja, da er det bare å tute og Ja. Ja, kan du nei, det er jeg ikke. Ja, onkelen min bodde i Gan før, men Gan, ja, det er litt sånn, du kjører over Glomma, så til høyre. Ja, ja. Askim. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Sparkling dust, and he blows the cloud towards you all.
Wait, did we only want to
The shower sparkles, sizzles across the spiritual soul. You're and Dragons anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Night has fallen. The moon is full. And we're inviting you to listen to Canada by Night, a podcast where professional improvisers play Vampire the Masquerade. Detective turned vampire Everett Fry accidentally becomes the sheriff of New Haven, an experimental town where they're testing if vampires and humans can coexist. Stuck leading a ragtag group of officers, the Brujah bounty hunter Val, the Gangrel news reporter Evangeline, and the Tremere blood witch Doris. Can Everett keep the town running? Or will everyone end up liquidated by the Vampire Council of Canada? Trending on global fiction charts and produced by Dum Dums and Dice, whose podcast Dum Dums and Dragons ranked #2 of all fiction podcasts in America. Listen now to find out why Canada by Night has been downloaded more than 500,000 times. Canada by Night. It's Interview with the Vampire, if it had all the characters from Parks and Rec in it. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, interrogator Morgan Rawls is hauled out of prison and assigned a team of hand-picked operatives to lead on a mission ordered by Rabute Gilliman, the Imperial Regent himself. Her task is so secret that she's forced to operate under special condition. Her actions will be denied even by her own Inquisitor, and the punishment for being caught is death. Can Morgan become a true agent of the Inquisition, or will she and her team fall to chaos before her duty to the Imperial throne is done? Find out now on Agents of the Inquisition, a Warhammer 40k RPG podcast. Available now.
Agents of the Inquisition. Huh.
Good evening, all you eldritch glitches. Hover your way into the Stinky Dragon. Drink up our latest Java. Few and far realm between. It's a mixture of espressos, white chocolate whisper sauce, parasitic poison, topped with tentacle whipped cream. One swig of the swill and you won't be able to legendary resist the rest. Previously, our adventurers arrived in the plain of Australia thanks to Jacques. Mateed's mentor trained them in the monastic methods of self-defense, cultivation, and planar arts. Now the party returns to the material plane to ascertain alchemical secrets and conquer the coven. Grab a guzzler and let's get back to this gassy DOS. Hello everyone, I'm Gustavus Rolla, Dungeon Master of our putrid party. I'm gonna hit our 4 players with an arrow.
Ah, putrid is me.
I send it back.
Oh, ow. I take
You roll dice.
I take 4 points of damage. Ow.
Guys, that means you should have to answer the arrow question too.
Well, speaking of arrows, if you were in a rock band, which instrument would you play? I presume your characters. If your character was in a rock band, which instrument would they play?
This is the most easy and obvious one for me, so I'll start.
I'm curious.
I am Barbara Dunkelman, and I play Elga von Brath, the
Barbara.
half-elf. Hello, John. I play the half-elf vampire barbarian, level 6.
Woo!
Currently, not quite at that level yet.
But I think if Elga was in a rock band, the obvious answer would be the drums. Because Elga can... The drums!
I
Elga
thought he was
has
gonna be
animal
energy. No, animal, like from the Muppets.
Yeah.
like shredded an axe.
Oh, she could do that too. I was just thinking smashing, 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 just making lots of boom boom noises and stuff like that, you know.
That tracks.
Although the visualization of Elga, tiny little Elga, on like a guitar, just like
That's what I was thinking. Cause
Oh,
you
Tiny
use
Elga
an
at a
axe.
drum set is also great though.
Yeah.
yeah. I go both ways. She does both.
Oh, that's a combo you rarely see in bands nowadays. Is the guitarist slash drummer.
She picks up where people need her the most.
She's a regular Phil Collins.
I'll go next. Hey there, it's Chip Haney, Tiefling Rogue 6, standing by. Still looking for Barbara. It's your good friend Blaine.
Oh,
Hi, Blaine.
Hi there.
Hi, Blaine.
Hey there. So I think it's obvious that Chip Haney, he's just he wears so many hats, so he plays so many instruments. So I have one of them big ol' one-man band outfits,
Like
where
Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
where I push my leg and it plays a drum, and then I'm playing a banjo and I got a kazoo up in my mouth, and then I'm bringing my abductors together or my adductors together, and then it's making a cymbal clap. I think that'd be real fun. Also, really quick, when I was looking for what the name of that instrument is called, because I thought that there would be a name for that, one of the Google searches is, what is the most masculine instrument? There's some really sad people out there.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
refuse
is
to
the
play
most
anything.
masculine? What's it listed as?
Let me go back. I didn't even click on it because I was like, that's so sad.
Oh,
It's
it's
obviously
guitar
the-
and drums.
It's the mandolin.
Oh. Mateed, inspiration die.
Really?
That was a very coordinated. Oh.
Masculinity are attributed to trumpets, trombones, and percussions. All right.
They like to blow it. Typical man, am I right?
It depends on who you ask. Chorus is electric guitar and drums. Barney's like, I play the electric guitar and drums.
I think the contraption you're talking about that Chip would play, I think that's just called one-man band, isn't it?
I assume so. Yeah.
Is it because men are mostly known for having like better lung capacity or something? Like, is that why it's a lot of like those?
Well, I think in the regards to like an orchestra or like a band, like a big band,
Yeah.
like brass instruments, maybe, I don't know.
Whereas like the violin is maybe more like feminine.
I
like
feel
the
like it's like
strings.
fingers. It's like a flute
Interesting.
requires like more dexterity and like precision, and then a man's just like, push down this, blow this, trombone.
It's a piccolo in my book. All right, who's next? Let's keep this ball going.
You want to go, Chris?
Yeah, I just found an instrument, and it's ridiculous looking. I'm trying to find the name of the instrument.
What
I
instrument?
don't know.
Wait. Let's play a game here. Barbara, Blaine, Gus. What instrument is Chris looking at right now?
I'm gonna guess it's an accordion.
He doesn't know what an accordion is?
He doesn't know what an accordion
I
is.
know what an accordion is.
I'm gonna guess it's one of those like 32 string like weird guitar things that are like beautiful sounding. Trixie Mattel, one of my favorite drag queens, plays one.
Barbara?
Barbara?
I'm gonna guess that it's like a harpsichord or something of that sort.
I think he's looking at something really weird like a theremin or something.
I don't know what that is. I don't have anything to do with Scientology.
Oh.
In Slack.
Oh, it's like it's a medieval instrument.
That's so
The
cool.
Baroque Theorbo.
Wait, say that all without pausing?
Baroque Theorbo.
Okay, say it one word.
Now say it as Barney because Barney plays it.
Baroque Theorbo. I'm
There you
Chris
go.
Damaris, and I play Barney Farney.
He's doing it in the Barney
No.
voice.
The level 6 human cleric.
I'm Chris Damaris.
The instrument looks like something that Bart would have bought if he was going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
trying to
it's
compensate a
like
little bit.
8 feet long.
I also just want to point out that the question was what instrument you would play in a rock band. And the instrument that you envision being in a rock band.
We have
Well,
the
they
worst
didn't
band.
say what era of
Yeah.
rock music.
Classical rock.
Yeah, Baroque rock music.
It
rock.
looks like it's like an 8-foot guitar or
Yeah.
acoustic guitar with like double strings.
Like a giant lute,
Okay,
Yeah,
it looks
like
like a giant sitar, almost like
a
upright.
bit sitar-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Bjork? That's a rock band.
Okay, so Barney plays the Baroque. I don't even know what you said. Therobo?
The Baroque Theorbo.
Okay, I don't know what it is either. I don't know. I just know visually. I'm like that's medieval. That's not modern.
This is a D&D podcast.
Yeah, I
Medieval,
like it.
I think it's appropriate.
Mateed, what would Mateed play? How about
Oh,
that?
yeah. My name is John Reisinger, and I play Métis Confucius, the Eric Cochrane Ghost Monk. And as a musician, I've recently, with the development of my new abilities, I have been able to learn a new instrument, actually.
Oh.
What I do is I cast Arms of the Astral Self, and I play the organ, and I play all the parts of the organ.
I was gonna say
All
the
at
organ
once.
for you.
That's so appropriate for this podcast too. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, I love, big fan of Michael Crawford.
I was gonna say it was gonna be a flute because the flutes always remind me of birds. They're always like,
Yeah.
This is a joke for Gus and Gus only. In the Garden of Eden. honey.
That's what I was thinking of.
I feel like Gus's DM character would play like a theremin because this is like a spooky like.
Yeah, but Chris doesn't know what that is.
Chris,
Theremin?
you know the sound at the
No.
beginning of the old Star Trek theme song?
Or Doctor
That thing?
Who.
Or what about
Yeah, Doctor
Good
Who.
Vibrations by the Beach Boys?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's this weird instrument that you actually just use your hands in the air, and there's a little frequency rod that like registers where your hands are, and it makes that weird
That's
sound.
magic.
A bit,
You know what? You might be right there, Chris.
or science, but what is science that we can't explain but magic?
Oh, that's beautiful. Was that the vision?
I'm the
from-
first person to say something like that ever.
Yeah. I'm having fun, guys. Let's just keep talking about this. We're gonna get deep. Jack pulls out a sky trap from his robes, and the cloud is sparkling dust, and he blows the cloud towards you all.
Wait, did you?
Too late. The shower of sparkles sizzles across your spiritual self, and soon your spirits soar back to the material plane, straight into your bodies in the abandoned schoolhouse. As you all gather your bearings, you realize that your bodies have been revitalized, no doubt thanks to Jacques, or Jack. Everyone, you can now mark a long rest on your character sheets.
Yes.
Looks like we made it.
Should we go up a level?
No. Footsteps creak on the floorboards behind you, and a disheveled alchemist steps forward, the weathered lines across his face sunken in more than ever.
I believe it's time I told you the tale of me and my other personality, Lewis.
Oh, you look sleepy.
Good start.
Okay, go ahead. We're waiting.
Just a little peek behind the damn screen. Whenever we record at home, we're recording at home this episode. For some reason, I can't scroll down in Acrobat using the scroll wheel on my mouse, because if I scroll down even once, it goes to the end of the document.
Oh.
So if you see me pause sometimes, it's because I'm moving my mouse to the scroll bar at the edge, and then going down one page, and then continuing to read.
That's where Chris fills in the blanks by going, "You look tired."
I was born with a condition, and I possess two personalities, Robert and Lewis.
Oh.
That's all Barney needed.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, acting, everybody. That's how you do it. Chris wins today.
Oh, I love it. You...
Had a big coffee.
You broke me, Chris. You broke me. All right,
Chris is overcaffeinated, everybody. Chris is overcaffeinated. Gird your loins. We're in for one today.
While I'm in possession of my faculties as Robert, I'm somewhat moderate and intellectual, while my alternate personality, Lewis, can be quite brute and fiendish with insatiable proclivities. However, due to my condition, it was difficult to maintain any type of regular job, so I ended up making a not-so-savory deal with an underground organization in exchange for the promise of a cure of my condition. That organization, as you have figured out, is Talon.
Oh, I guess we didn't figure it out.
Now, Robert, is this condition something you were born with? Like maybe it's Maybelline, or were?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if this is like chemically onset, like an experiment gone wrong.
I was born with it, and I've had to deal with it for a long time. The head of Talon is the Coven, and the Coven deceived me. Instead of giving me a cure for my condition, they gave me a curse which turned Lewis into a monster.
Oh.
Why would they want to do that?
That is beyond my understanding. I trusted that they would give me a cure, but perhaps they wanted to try to harness Lewis's power and energy for their ends.
Do Lewis and Robert, you have two different like directions in life? Like, does Lewis actively want to like hamstring Robert so like he would work with the Coven willingly, or do they have some sort of power over him?
Not necessarily. It was even less possible to deal with Lewis after the curse was placed on me. So perhaps they sought to control him with his reduced faculties.
Oh.
I fled from Talon in search for a cure, not only for my condition, but for the curse as well, taking any odd jobs I could. Eventually, I found a janitorial position at Lofton College where I met Lorenzo Wolfman. Wolfman took pity on me, and together we worked to develop the Fair Asylum. There, I was able to brew a daily curative concoction that helped me keep my symptoms in check. However, despite all the care I took in trying to remain anonymous, Talon finally caught up with me, thanks to their newly formed alliance with Eddie.
Ooh.
Does Robert's wife, your wife, Francesca, do they know about Lewis? What's their relationship like?
Yes, Francesca is aware of Lewis. However, thanks to my daily brewed concoction, she does not typically have to deal with Lewis. So I'm able to keep Lewis, my condition, and the curse in check.
How about your boy? Is little baby, what was his name? It's not Robert.
Henry.
Is it a little baby Henry? We dropped the H because of Mateed. Does Henry know about Lewis? Have they met?
Henry is unaware. I worked very diligently to keep him unaware of Lewis's existence.
If you were able to work with the Wolfman in order to create curative means to keep Lewis at bay, why was Lewis out and about in Paris as of recently?
I've been away from the Fair Asylum, unable to brew my daily curative. I did have some curative with me. However, I have been having to ration it out more and more as we spend more time away from Atro City. I was on my way back to Atro City in order to procure more of that curative, but I don't remember what happened. We must have been ambushed.
You were on the train, weren't you?
I remember I was traveling via camel with my family back to Atro City, but I don't recall how I ended up here in Paris. Everything is just kind of blank.
Oh, he wasn't on the train. Weezer was on the train.
Hey, Robert.
Correct.
Hey, Robert. Does Henry have your disease? Has Henry displayed any signs of having dual personalities, perhaps?
Henry is at an age where we would know if he had it by now, and he has not shown any symptoms. As far as we can tell, the condition is not hereditary. So we don't expect Henry will experience any symptoms like this.
Okay.
What a precocious young boy.
Very precocious. I have a question for you, Mr. Alchemist. Is the potion you use to keep Lewis at bay maybe similar or the same potion that the Wolfman would take to keep her wolf look kind of at bay as well?
That's a very astute question, Elga. It's not the same kind of potion, but they are similar in their goals and composition, but they are not the same.
Alchemist, I got a real important question. This might be a real doorbuster here. I got a rash on my elbow. Can you prescribe me some sort of a cream? A little off topic, but it's still very relevant to you and your profession.
He looks at your elbow and says,
That's not a rash. That's a laceration.
Oh,
You've been cut on your elbow.
oh, okay.
Just wash it and keep it clean.
Got it. Okie dokie.
Lucky.
Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
That's funny. That's D&D. That's improv.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
That's showbiz, baby.
Well, so, Robert, I mean, what are the next steps? Obviously, you're being sought after by Talon, and I don't know how much we can trust you because you could turn into Lewis. I mean, what's the next mission? Do we got to get you some more of the drinky drink that stops you from becoming Lewis, or what?
I think the most prudent step at this point is to head back to Paris swiftly, because I fear that Eddie and Talon may be looking to take over the city and expand the holdings of the Coven.
Oh. So, when you turn into Lewis, you're a big troll.
Giant, frost giant.
Giant troll, frost giant.
Yes.
But so that's the only time we see you like that? The whole time?
I have no memory.
Oh, that's right.
You would have to tell me if you saw me with Lewis.
I like the
It's
way
only
that
been the one time.
I just have to appreciate the way that Chris incorporates information into what he's already saying. Like, you could say, like, oh, yeah, you know, the red thing. And someone says the blue thing. And he goes, the red-blue thing. You know,
Red blue thing.
I'll tell you what, roll me a wisdom check, Barney.
He's a medical marvel, that Chris Damaris. I love him.
16.
Not bad.
So you remember that you have seen Lewis more than once. You not only saw him outside of the tavern, but you were engaged in combat with him under the ice dome when you were at Talon HQ.
Yeah.
Before you escaped with him.
Or those hags were just staring at us, being weird about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least one was
Correct.
staring.
One was staring at us.
This might be less to Robert and more of just a, I guess, wisdom check for Chip. Is this a common affliction that happens in Grotesque? The dual personalities?
Yeah, let's call it a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Oh, that's a 10.
You don't think you've ever heard of anyone else having a condition like this throughout your life and experiences?
My guard's up. You know, it could be any one of us. It could be Barney. He could be two personalities. Yeah,
I think I only have one.
Yes, his one very alive personality.
That's right. I'll give a knowing look.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Stinker begins licking his paws.
His bones, you mean?
Oh,
Yeah, his little bony paws.
hey, Mathilde, how you doing? You know, you just ran in with Jacques. You doing okay? You know, Jacques skimpered off, and you know, how you going for like the most like I'm kind of scared embrace. I grab your shoulder, but I don't know if that's the vibe. Hey, pal.
That's every hug for me. That's the hell I live with.
Don't know the vibe. I feel like Mathilde would feel your tension and then do like the bird, just head turn around, look at you kind of thing.
To reach out for the pat on the shoulder then becomes like a shoulder rub, but then a pet, and then I'm like, oh no, I've committed.
I'm quite all right. Yes, that was quite a lot to learn about my past, but I feel like I came out a better person. You know, every experience is an opportunity for learning. I always appreciate that.
Yeah, good.
Are you okay? You seem quite tense.
I'm great. I'm good.
Yes,
We're good.
Yes. You all right?
Oh yeah.
Are you guys stalling before we continue to figure out what's going on here?
Elga, I think Chip needs a hug.
Okay.
The new car has 2 wheels. Fuck no.
I'm not quite an Elga.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll for initiative. I'm gonna do a hug with Elga, and then I'm gonna pull in Barney, and then I'm gonna extend an arm, just outreach to Mathilde if they want it, and then I'm gonna just bring a leg out and welcome in Stinker.
Elga's gonna counter your hug by letting you come in for the hug. She's gonna swoop around you and jump on your back and start strangling you like a wrestling move.
That's great.
Barney is just gonna really slowly, just like, you go in for the hug, but at like a 10% speed.
Yeah. So I'm
Like-
just open arms waiting.
Didn't I give you a hug last episode?
Did you?
I think I phased through you and then gave a hug, didn't I?
Oh, you did.
yeah.
Power move. Hey, Robert, you in it?
Well, guys, I'm now at my destination, so I will